Hello, 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 hello. Hi, Lapis, Callie, never gonna give you up. Good to see you, everybody. The sun has committed a horrible crime. It has interfered with my streams. There is no greater crime on earth. And it must pay. We've been out in full force today, so hopefully things will go a bit smoother than yesterday and my computer won't immediately die the second I begin. So, welcome everybody, thank you for coming. Today, we are playing San Francisco Rush. So, let's get in there and do it. Hello, 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 hello. Hi everybody. That is the only reason I need to give. It's okay, it's okay. So far so good. But yeah, like literally, I had about 2 minutes of my stream yesterday, and the fucking computer just froze up then and there. I'm like, at this point, I'm like pointing a fan at it and all that, trying to salvage the situation. It's okay. Hopefully there'll be no more issues. But yeah. Playing San Francisco Rush today. I hope everybody's had a nice day and enjoyed the E3 madness that's been going on. Let me just get my fucking avatar back up. Oh, Jesus. Alright, so it is San Francisco Rush today, my computer allowing. And this is by Midway, of course, who were very good in the arcades back in the day. We were looking at them just recently with Cruisin' USA. And this is another title they did that I guess started off as an attempt to sort of do a realistic racer that was a bit crazy, but ended up going in a very sort of futuristic sci-fi direction. But this is the very first one, so let's see how it fares. It should be okay. I've definitely played this one a few times, but it was never one that I've seen too often. I remember seeing it in a cafe that I would sometimes go to with my family, but never really came across it in the arcades. So it'll be interesting to go back to it. Just bear with me one moment. My computer is slowly but surely loading up the Vroid. And once that's up, we can get into the game. This is 2 streams in a row now that I've done pretty much this exact thing, where I've started off, immediately crashed, and then come back. Appreciate your patience, everybody. Okay, here we go. The sun will pay dearly for its transgressions today. I'm gonna point my gun directly at it, and and then it'll pay. Okay, let's. All right, it's coming up. It's coming up. That's right. Gotta do it. My computer is coming to terms with the idea that it has to load a 3D model, and it is just screaming in agony. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's just begging for mercy at this point. It's already overheated once, and now it's being tasked with not only streaming to the internet in a blistering 720p, 30 FPS, but also loading a model and playing a game. My God, could you imagine? Well, it's just going to have to try its best. I've given it another fan. I've got 2 fans pointed directly at my desktop, so I can't do anything more for it in this short notice period. Alright, I think we're good to go. If it can just pour some water down it. Might be an idea. Alright, I'm moving. Everything's cool. Let's go into the game right now. Go, 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 go. Exactly. Alright, here we go. This is the N64 version we're starting with. We're going to look at some other versions later, I think. I want to have a look at the Xbox version, which is supposedly quite bad. So who knows? And here is a bit of the demo. As you can see, you go at a very fast speed in this game. Oh shit! I just realised I've still got the R4 thing on. Excuse me, the Ridge Racer thing on. Give me 1 second. My computer hadn't crashed. OBS would have saved the damn thing. I'll just change that. Ba, 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 ba. Let's see. Where are you? Here. There we go. Okay, now we're good. San Fran looks like that. Yeah. Believe it or not. The origin story of this game is pretty interesting. So, like, it wasn't really intended to be particularly wacky. They started off doing a fairly straightforward, racing game set in San Francisco that just works in all of the different monuments and local landmarks and stuff like that. But what actually ended up happening is they decided to make the game really, really fast. And they realized that when you're going like 160, 200 miles an hour, you don't actually see any of the cool monuments or anything they put in. So they ended up making it a bit ridiculous. But that's okay, because it's fun. So let's make a new guy. Yeah, oh, it has plenty of steep hills. That's for sure. So let's put our name in here. Let's go. New circuit. Okay, so as is tradition on this channel, we're just going to do the circuit mode and see what this has to offer. Let's see. Hopefully the sound is coming in okay for everybody. Looks good. Okay, so let's play a bit. Okay, do we start on beginner, or advanced, or expert, or extreme? It was the 90s after all. Let's try on beginner, because I am essentially a beginner. I haven't played this in many years. So we'll see how we do, and then maybe we'll amp it up a bit. I think that would be wise to do. Let's go.
3, 2, 1, rush!
Let's rush. So this was, of course, this is the N64 port of many ports this game had, but all of them have some problems. This one is probably the closest to actually playing the arcade version, though, I think, from what I've read. Oh, look at that. Nice early lead. That's what we like to see. Very fast for a VW bus. Yeah, when you see the hippies in San Fran, this is how fast they're going. It's pretty crazy. Yes, as I said, they played pretty fast and loose with physics and things of that nature in this game. Okay, I'm starting to catch up a little bit. Let's see what we can do here. Is there a second gear we can go to? I think there is. Okay, we're good. Going faster. Ah, shit. Oh yeah, you never know. The hot rod hippies. Okay. Pretty fast bus. I cannot catch up with him. Okay. There's a train. Big jump. Nice. So you can see similarities to this in Cruising USA, which we played a little while ago. They have similar kind of logic and the way they play and the jumps and things of that nature, but this one's a little more realistic. I noticed the flyers for the arcade game did in fact tout this as the most realistic driving game yet, which I think might be pushing it a bit. Even in like 1996, I don't know if this was the most realistic driving game yet, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun.
Checkpoint.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's less janky than cruising for sure. That is in an absolute league of its own in regards to jank. Is that the roads look? Fair enough. I'm sure you've been on the roads a fair bit. And welcome, Bodegarat. Ah, shit! Look at that! Oh, I'm being respawned. Nice. Well, that's what happens if you go fucking full frontal into the gate. Thank you, thank you. There's still time to salvage this, I think. Maybe. Man, yeah, this is as I said, this is like definitely partially inspired by real life San Fran, but diverges in a few places. Namely that they just made everything really a lot more stretched out, I suppose. Because you are indeed going very fast. Okay, okay. This particular port of it has kind of some pretty compressed audio, and some of the music in it is pretty infamous. I know the name entry screen is the stuff of legend, but it's a fun time. It certainly plays very well, even though the brakes are almost completely ineffective. That's probably just this car though. Ah, oh, Jesus! You threw me right into the corner. Oh, that's not nice. Quite easy to blow up, as you can tell. 4th place. Oh, what an abysmal start. Well, let's try that again. Is it the same one? I think so. Hold on. Rush. Circuits. Okay, let's go, let's go. Yep, so we start with this one. Very good, very good.
3, 2, 1, run!
So yes, I caught a bit of E3 today, and I quite like the Forza preview they did. I really like the concept of the game. Sort of exploring Mexico and stuff like that. It's something different that they seem to have put a lot of heart into. But as is tradition with Forza games, a lot of the chat that I was seeing were focusing on the driving sounds and things of that nature that they just can never seem to get right. It was, I mean, you couldn't hear the cars very well, so it wasn't confirmed terrible yet. But what the fuck am I doing here? Restart. Right, the brake is just not working. I need to make sure I'm pressing the right button. Let's do that right now. Okay, so it is B, allegedly. Yeah, they sounded decent from the little bits they played. And I noticed in the YouTube comments, everybody was just freaking out about them. But, you know, they sounded fine from the little bit we saw. R.I.P. again! I'm sorry! Oh my god. Alright guys, I hope I'm coming in okay. I lost that race, if you're wondering. My PC caught on fire. Let's go! That's literally me right now. So, in the interval, I have now opened up my my rig entirely, and I've got a fan just blowing, like a desk fan, just blowing full blast inside of it, just frantically trying to keep this thing alive. Yes, exactly. We are using Slav tactics today to keep our complete shitbox alive. Max cooling. Yeah, that's correct. Alright, so I'll see if I can get my avatar back up and doesn't completely shit everything, but hopefully things will be okay now. I cannot imagine that this thing needs more cooling because it's going full blast at this point. But yes, in the meantime, let's try this again. Oh, there's a manual transmission, isn't there? Let me pick that. That sounds fun. Let's see, how do I change it? Z. Okay, there we go.
It's dangerous!
So fuck beginner. Let's do advanced this time.
3, 2, 1, rush!
Let's go. Okay. Oh, I see. Cool, cool, cool. That's actually a few years. I was expecting just one. Oh, just two. Okay, let's try and keep up some good speed here. And yes, I'm deeply sorry for all the crashes, everybody. This is just how it goes when it gets over a certain temperature here in Britbong land. It's not just the people that complain; it's also the PCs. Let's see. Go down a gear is Z. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, let me just load my V-Roid since it's popped up now. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. I'll just put him there. Alright, hopefully that'll be the last crash. Old Man Spike cameo, yeah, remember him? Hopefully I'll have some other opportunity to use him someday. Let's go. Alright, big jump. Jesus. Alright, cool, cool, cool. The big jumps tonight. Whoa, I just hit like an invisible wall, I think. That was cool. Okay, okay. As you can see, the brakes are not very effective. I'm slamming on them as hard as I can, but this is not a game about braking, evidently. Oh shit, somehow I didn't die there, but I might as well have. Come on, how do I get into reverse gear? Is there such a thing? I don't think there is. What lovely driving I'm doing here. Okay. I don't think I'm ready for advanced mode yet, somehow. Almost flipped it. Almost. Yeah, my car has seen better days at this point. Right, so what the hell was I talking about? Forza, yes. Looks decent. Look decent. Go. Oh shit. Oh, that's a flip. Yep. That's it. I haven't had an Xbox console since the 360, so you know it'll be a big commitment for me, I suppose. But you know, looks good, and I'm always looking for racing games that don't suck. So this, yeah, the creator mode did look very cool. Absolutely. Like Fall Guys. Yeah, yeah, exactly. In general, it just looked like lots of fun, you know? There was a good amount of multiplayer focus, which is good because that used to be the kind of bread and butter for driving games before it went all, you know, all simulation all the time. I like the pinata popping mode. That was lots of fun. And of course the Battle Royale mode and all that shit. Well, this has been an absolutely abysmal run. Let's just let it end. Get the slow it down to a crawl there. Very good, very good. Alright, so let's go back to normal difficulty. Or easy, rather. Wait a minute. I must have missed a setting somewhere. Oh yeah, new circuit, that's what we need. Yeah! It does become a struggle after a while, doesn't it? Where you got to, I guess they felt inclined to just eventually put the piñata in there. The little houses and all that look cool though. Like, you know, in terms of overall aesthetics and all that, it seemed pretty solid. I just hope there's a lot of area to explore, I suppose. My god. Right, okay, here we go. Beginner.
3, 2, 1, rush!
Oh dear. You hear the revving there. I thought that was my PC crashing for a second, but it is in fact just a kind of shitty rev noise. The past few times, all I've heard is this time, not. This is more superb midway music, of course. Okay, let's get that fourth gear already. Definitely the sound of San Fran, if ever there was one. Brakes, brakes, brakes. Okay, okay. Getting used to it now, a little bit. Oh man. Controls are a little weird. Of course, on the standard N64 Octopus controller, to shift down is Z and to shift up is R, which is okay. I think I would have preferred L and R, but I mean, it's just where your hand is and all that, you know. It's just how driving games kind of played back then. It's the same with Beast Adventure Racing. It always involves the trigger somehow. It isn't really something you see after the N64, so you just kind of have to get used to it. Come on, brake, brake. My braking tactic is just hitting the wall full speed, it seems. Oh, shit. Well, there it is again. And there's the explosion. I like how it kind of turns into another car after it explodes. That's pretty cool. Little limitation of technology there, perhaps. Oh man. Okay, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Oh man, lots of. Oh my god. Another flip. Dude, I am nowhere near the other guys at this point. The pack is in another fucking time zone to me at this point. Oh man, I suck at this. I don't like to practice too much before I start a stream there, just to keep the kind of blind nature of it. But holy shit, I'm absolutely sucking right now. I know, Callie. It is not my proudest moment. As if all the crashes weren't bad enough. Look at those pixelated people. How nice. Almost hit them. I'm not even. I've got 5 seconds to get to the checkpoint. Can I do it?
Checkpoint.
Is that a real game? Holy shit. I know there was a film. Perhaps there was a film tie-in game. Oh, dude. If there is, I've got to play it. That is amazing. Oh, yeah, it's gonna let me have that. Way too generous on the game's part, if you ask me. I would greatly enjoy playing a Herbie game. I know there's a. Yes, that's the one I was thinking of. I could see there being one as well. I definitely saw that film when it came out. trying to think of movie tie-ins. There's definitely a few Cars games with Lightning McQueen and all that. I'm sure I'll eventually get to one of those. There is a game! Ah, yes, you were correct. Well, I guess I'll, inevitably I'll have to play it. Disney's Herbie fully loaded. Wow. Unbelievable. Game Boy Advance. So we're talking isometric, I would imagine. Wow. Excellent, excellent. Yes, the possibilities are indeed endless of the trash games I can play on this channel. Does it just give me a different course every time? It does, it does. Interesting. It is absolutely a guarantee. There were so many of those isometric GBA games on the racing genre back then. Okay. So I see what's happening here. Every time I quit and hit new circuit, it gives me a different track. So I want to try and get the easy track. This is track 1. It's mirrored, but it's allegedly easy.
It's dangerous.
So let's try it. I need to sort out the absolute damage I've done to my reputation so far. But yes, I'm sure it's an absolute classic, the Herbie game. Over here in the UK, we had a series very similar to Herbie called Brum that was on when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure there's no tie-in video game for that, but that would be fun. There was something about sticking some eyes on an old Beetle and an old buggy, and it just you know, it has a certain appeal to it. You cannot beat googly eyes. All right, let's try and not eat too much shit here. These guys are speeding past us pretty good though. Is the car a police car? Yes, I think so, in Herbie. Yeah, I believe so. I think he had some kind of connection with the police at least. I don't know if he was an outright police car, but I think he may have been like a detective. What a hero he was. Okay, we're catching up to these guys a little bit now, thank God. Okay, okay. Man. I'll have to get updated on my Herbie lore. So yeah, it's definitely it's a long time ago that I saw any of those films. I think there was the Lindsay Lohan film, and there was certainly a TV series before that I think I'd seen as well. Shit. Maybe Disney will sue me there. Don't know how they feel about people playing their games on the Twitch. They certainly don't like people singing their songs. Okay, a little jump there, and let's try and... These guys get some hang time. Alright, cool, cool. I assume this is, yeah, 3 laps, I would imagine. So let's try and catch the blue guy here. Doing okay. Okay. So, the other port of this game that's quite well known is the one that was included in Midway Arcade Treasures 3, which is supposedly a lot closer to the arcade in terms of overall graphics and stuff like that. And that one apparently changes up a lot of the sound and a lot of stuff like that, and has kind of dodgy physics as well. But I do have, of course, I do have my Xbox. It is still functioning. Just like my PC, it's barely hanging on, but it's still functional, so I'll play it on that a little later, and we'll look at the two versions and see which one might be considered better. I think generally it's considered this one, but I don't really have a big sentimental attachment to the game, so maybe I won't notice the changes quite so much. We shall see. Come on, come on. 5th place, Jesus. Even worse than before.
What's your name?
Ah, here it is.
Start with a C. Start with a G. Start with a Z. Nothing nasty now.
The legendary "What's Your Name" theme.
J K L M N O B.
Nothing nasty now. Sounds like Mario just freaking out in the background. That is enough of that. Let's try again. I'm just going to keep clicking new until it gives me track 1. Although the arrows do appear there, they don't actually appear to do anything. Track 1, track 1, track 1. I guess it's kind of similar to cruising, where sometimes they'll give you tracks in a random order. So I guess it's kind of a midway tradition to keep the arcade experience a little more varied. But hey, I got no time for that. Need to hold my hand through this. I'm not very good at this game. Let's rush. San Francisco is one of those areas that turns up in so many games. I suppose the one everybody always remembers is the first level of Sonic Adventure 2. And there's also, I think Crazy Taxi 2 adapts lots of streets as well. And Pepsi Man, of course, has San Francisco. And there is no more legendary game than that. It is just all about steep hills and fucking traffic flying at you at top speed. That is the one consistency between all those games. Okay, okay. If I can get a lead on these guys, that would be good. I cannot exactly stop myself from crashing, but I'll do my best. Okay, okay. It isn't, is it? The only bit that does look a bit like it is the bit at the very beginning, down the hill. I can kind of see it there, but a lot of the bits in the middle are just very strange looking. Okay, you get a little jingle when you get to first place. That's pretty cool. And that's the first time this stream I've actually hit first place, even for a brief moment. Ah, and it was brief. Fucking hell. These guys are fast. I wish there was a nitrous or something. Ah, Jesus, this turn bit always gets me. Ah, shit, shit. Ah. He's done. Levitate me over. Thank you very much. Okay, so far, yeah, it just gets carbonized. Exactly, that's how it works, you know. It just becomes a complete unrecognizable mess instantly and blows up. Okay, gaining on him a little bit here. Let's see what we can do. Maybe I can get second place. The only bit that throws me off is that bit before the turns, because this guy doesn't turn particularly well, with or without braking. Maybe I can just drive through the grass like a complete madman. the early days of vehicle damage in video games. So. Yeah, you know what? That was slightly less damage than actually hitting the wall, so I'll take it. Ah, no. We're not too far behind this time. Come on. The purple lightning car there is pretty cool. The van. seems like a toy I would have had. I think I had a purple lightning cover for my old Nokia as well. That was a real fit back in the 90s and early 2000s.
What's your name?
Ah!
Start with a C. Start with a G. Start with a Z. Nothing that.
All right, so third place. I mean, it's better than fourth. We can continue with third place, apparently. So let's continue.
3, 2, 1, rush!
Let's rush. Oh shit! Somehow I survived that. I have no idea how. So far, don't want to jinx it, but my computer hasn't frozen in a little while, so hopefully the fan full blast is doing it. Whoa! Screams of agony from somewhere. I think somebody has been horribly eviscerated by these very fast cars. Shit, brake! Man, these guys play a little rough. I wonder if drivers in real San Francisco are quite as aggressive. What I do notice is when you're going over little alternate routes like that, you do hit an invisible wall when you're in the air. That's a little annoying. I don't need any extra damage. Okay. Oh shit, come on, stay upright. We're okay. Okay. This is like, yeah, this is the almost basically the same stage, but the opposite way. Just endless hills. Oh, and a big flip and an explosion. Yeah. At least it's generous enough to drop me ahead a bit rather than behind. I noticed there's an option in the options menu for this game called deaths. I think makes it so that you die if you explode. Oh shit! I was nowhere near enough brake. I suppose that is more F-Zero style, you know. Explode your ship and it's over. I'm glad I don't have that turned on, because I would not have made it anywhere. Not even to third place in the last race. Okay. It's such a weird sample. It's just like a fraction of a horrible hysteria of a bunch of people screaming that just cuts off abruptly. All right, let's get 8th place, I guess. I haven't seen a soul in so long, and I just exploded again because that is in fact a wall. Oh man, this game is like my kryptonite so far. It's probably the worst I've played something since starting. I'm glad you agree. Oh man, over clip. Another invisible wall. I exploded in mid-air there. You know it makes sense somehow. All right, all right. Jesus, indeed, indeed. So there's elements of jank in this game. It's not the jankiest thing I've played by any means, but I mean this thing, the turning is so fucking slow. This is supposedly beginner mode, but yeah, it's this thing barely moves, and I try and compensate that with a bit of braking, but the braking barely works. So altogether, it's just a very pleasant experience. I've got 7 seconds to finish. Can I do it? Probably not. 3, 2, 1, and it is ogre, as they say. Man, another game over. So, I think perhaps one race. Can I see the others? Okay, so there are 6 tracks altogether. You seem to get them in a random order in the circuit mode. So, fuck the circuit mode. Let us just take these one at a time, and I'll drive the advanced car because fuck the bus. That thing is terrible to control. I'll just deal with the slightly harder opponents. This looks more like that bridge in Chicago, to be honest. But allegedly, it's San Francisco. Some great riffing here, the soundtrack. Just barely make it out. Compressed down to a few kilobytes, no doubt. This car like drives a lot better than the bus, which is weird that this is the advanced car and not the beginner car. The bus just drives like a complete pile of shit. It barely moves at all. But hey, I mean, I'm sure they had some kind of logic to assigning difficulties. Okay. VW bus. I know. I mean, it is exactly what you'd expect. I certainly wouldn't say it's inaccurate, but I would say it's probably a poor choice for a beginner when you basically take almost all control away from them. It'd be alright, I suppose, if all of the AI were just completely hopeless and it instantly crashed and were no competition at all, but they're still pretty tough. Yes, this is a rare game where I think the advanced setting is much easier than the beginner setting. I'm not sure how that happens, but I think it's happened here. Crash too much now. Come on, come on. Rough tactics from him there. Okay, can we get to seconds? Would such a thing be possible? So I think the later Rush games, the one after this is Rush 2048, I think it's called, which is kind of a futuristic racer with track designs that are a lot more varied and not so much based on real life, which I think is good for a game that plays like this with lots of big jumps and stuff like that. Yeah, I do think the real life locales might be holding it back a little bit, especially as they don't really resemble San Francisco all that much in the first place. I believe there was fuck. There's your explosion. I think I was doing okay. So much for that. So the arcade version of this got a update which added Alcatraz, I believe. and a lot of sort of rocky areas. And I believe the N64 has these stages somewhere later on, and that is essentially the most complete version of this, but it never got a proper port, which is weird because like this game does have a bunch of ports, but they're all kind of weirdly lacking. You could race in Alcatraz, yes. I believe it was called San Francisco Rush The Rock. Essentially giving you a bunch of rocky roads to drive on. Might see them later.
Spell it. H-I-J-K-L-M.
Fast times. Yeah, look at me. Tearing it up here. Too bad I can't do that well in the main game. Good thing I've got nobody to compete with but myself. Quite the creative title, yes, indeed. So yeah, that was that, and it's pretty cool from the looks of it. But yeah, it's just kind of an update, I suppose, more of the same. And from that point on, they just got more and more ridiculous with the track designs and all that. I think it might be maybe the last couple. I'll check them out. But yeah, let's just go in order here. And we'll stick with the advanced car. It's pretty fun.
3, 2, 1, rush!
Still not particularly great at the game, but I greatly enjoy driving this more than the VW. So I'll take it. Okay. Cool. All the big jumps. And here is the big turn. From the footage that I've seen of the arcade version of this, it does look like it does seem like a really impressive game for 1996. The N64 version is a little blurry and a little compressed, but it still seems to play okay. But the arcade version is sharp as fuck. It's really good. But of course, you can all see the trouble that my computer is giving me. So it's not about to emulate an arcade game on top of everything else it's struggling to do. It's having enough trouble just giving me a video feed from my fucking N64. It's doing next to nothing right now, really, but you know, it's just a hot day. It's only just starting to get dark now, really, which is weird for, you know, for what I'm used to. Okay. Oh shit, got sandwiched. Oh no! I'm still alive somehow. I have no idea how, but somehow that didn't completely destroy me. And that didn't either. These guys are getting rough with me. It's no fair. In general, arcade games are like something I'm really trying to figure out something for. Because there's so many that are really good that I'd really like to check out. That I can run on my rig just about, but I can't stream. You saw that with Initial D a while ago. But that was the same thing where, you know, the second you try and fucking stream something, it just demands so much more power from the PC. So what I think I'll end up doing is get like a mid-range fucking gaming laptop with some kind of graphics card that can, you know, do some like decent level racing games and just like cook that up to my main streaming PC and just fucking play from that. It should work for at least some of the arcade games I want to check out. But the laptop I have is just completely abysmal. It cannot do anything. And it may be able to. I'm actually trying to use it for one game next week, so it might end up being okay for that, just because it's so fucking old. The graphics card are indeed dollars, absolutely. Everything's dollars at this point. Like everything, anything in regards to PC parts are just an absolute nightmare to get hold of. so I'm going to try and not spend too much money. But I definitely want to get something extra, because purely streaming on one machine is not ideal for a lot of these games that I want to check out. But yeah, we'll see what happens. For now, I'll just stick to incredibly weak stuff. N64 ports and whatnot. Yeah, I think so. I won't break the bank with it. Just get something that can handle some mid-range shit, and that way I can at least take some of the load off my PC. In general, the whole reason that I got a capture card and all that was because I figured, well, there's no way I can actually like play PC games on this thing, so I'll just take some of the strain off. And it does work for the most part, but there's still enough strain that involved in just streaming in general, and obviously having a 3D avatar that, you know, causes more problems. So, you know, it's a constant balancing act, I think. And you get random days like this as well, where the temperature is just so hot that, you know, you have extra problems. Jesus Christ, excuse me a moment. Extra problems like me falling over the 2 fans I have planted right next to my desktop. Man, this is like the most ghetto setup in the fucking world I've got here right now. I don't know how I'm even somehow surviving. I've got so little leg room. All right, let's go. Somehow still holding on to 7th place at least. Come on, break! Jesus. All right. And I always go straight into the fucking wall there. You kind of have to get that turn in mid-air going, otherwise all hell breaks loose. Okay, cool. And more braking, more nonsense. Yep, that's a fail. Almost. Oh man, it was right there. Man, I absolutely suck at this one. Hey, let's keep going anyway. Track 3. Look at this. That tower's pretty interesting. Do I dare go to expert? Let's see how tough the computer cars can get.
3, 2, 1, rush!
It happened again there. That rev sound gives me a heart attack every time. Alright, let's go. And stay with the pack. The design of this car is pretty cool. The whole kind of what would you call it? Hypnosis, I suppose. Quite the paint job. Very 90s. It is a Beetle, yes. So it's a Beetle and an expert mode. Oh man. It's like the fucking Aldi from yesterday. These games have very strange ideas in regards to what are considered, you know, racer cars. But hey, it's okay. It's fun. This would have fit right in Beated Adventure Racing. We were playing that. I definitely preferred that game. I was a lot better at it, and the controls were a little better. Though I'm sure this was okay by 96 standards. I think that one came out in like 99, so this is still kind of early days for the console. Oh my goodness. Too much drifting. Fucking hell. Jesus. I'm still trying to figure... Oh, there is a reverse. I just did it. I don't know what button it was. Hold on. Can I figure it out? Alright, so that respawns you. I started reversing very briefly there, but I'm not even sure. There's some combination of buttons you can put in to reverse, but it's like C and fucking B or something. Oh my god, what a nightmare. Anyway, I got completely massacred by those guys that time. Let's just keep going. Track 4. Back to advanced at least.
3, 2, 1, rush!
The Beetle is something we are not ready for yet. But we'll at least look at all the tracks, even though I'm probably going to die on every single one of them. And after this, we'll have a look at the Xbox version, which is quite different from what I understand. People shit on it because of physics and whatnot. And it was also on the GameCube and PS2 for the record, so it's not just Xbox exclusive. But yeah, it's got its own problems. But so far, I'm having problems with this. This might be, yeah. I think you're right. It's I'm not sure how much of it is actual difficulty and how much of it is just me not getting good. Because this game was not like critically panned or anything. I like how the music changes when you pause. That's pretty weird. But yeah, it wasn't like wasn't panned the same way, for example, Cruising USA was. But that is so much easier to play than this. So I don't know. It feels like something I'm missing something, or it's just a case of it, you know, just aging a bit, I suppose. Just being a bit more uncontrollable than it was considered when it came out. But yeah, difficult game. Oh, we can do a stunt here. Let's do it. Yeah. Little shortcut. I don't know why. I have no idea why, but I thought that would be destructible because it was such a weird colour. I thought, oh yeah, I can run through this fucking box here, and I just blew myself up again. I'm using that kind of cruising logic, I think. I suppose Beat Adventure Racing is like that too, where you can see boxes and blow them up. But no, that was not a box, it was just a weird wall. I'm hoping the Xbox version is a little easier. Maybe I can redeem myself somewhat, but probably not. So that Jesus. So that's part of a Midway arcade compilation that came out around 2003, I think. And each version of it, the PlayStation 2, GameCube, and Xbox version, are all slightly more jank than each other. So I hope I have the least jank version. But there's also other Midway arcade games on that I'll probably check out in the future. Yes, they do have a lot of good games, despite how jank some of the ports can be. Oh man. Endless explosions here. I can't seem to get much speed going. I'm just constantly hitting things in this course. The turns get very steep, as you can see. And another turn, and there's the shortcut. Let's take it again. Oh no, we've only got fucking 4 seconds. There is literally no hope. Let's just flip our car and explode. Might as well. I actually made the checkpoint there. Holy shit. I don't know how. That was insane luck, but it's not going to be enough because I'd already fucking put the controller down before that was the end. That's the end for real. Rush. Okay. So look at the setup. Can I change anything? I see, I see. Oh, very easy. That sounds good. let's be a complete plebeian and pick very easy. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Well, it's worth at least one try. Very easy Mordor. That is right. Let's do it. Okay, let's try the circuit mode one more time. Very easy. Let's go. The game cannot be any easier. We'll have the advanced car again because I like it. I'm hoping these guys just stall at the starting line. More quality music for us. Stay. Just trying to stay on the road here. That is enough of a challenge. Whoa! They got their money's worth out of these samples, that's for sure. Oh, this is tremendous. I thought the Cruising USA soundtrack was good, but this is something else. Even in very easy mode, I'm barely seeing these guys. The music is partially throwing me off here. Losing my game face. It's like somebody took a bunch of Chipmunk samples and just worked them into an early 90s rave tune. Oh man. Best BGM ever made, yes, I agree. Just hit some dude. Even with my abysmal performance here, I actually crept up to 4th place there because everybody was crashing. Oh man, jeez, hit the invisible wall again. I cannot take anything seriously here in this music. What am I doing? I drove straight into a wall there, I was so thrown off. It just gets better the more you listen to it. It goes from here to here, yes it does. I desperately need to get back on the roads. This is a real audiophile experience, listening to this. The finest that the N64 sound engine has to offer. Oh man. I need to find the highest quality FLAC download I can when I finish this stream. Right, come on, come on. Oh, the singer's back. No, straighten up! Oh, God! This is the alleged very easy Mordor. I don't know if I'm seeing it. Or I don't know if the music is just making me perform even worse than usual. It gets so high. Yes, yes, that's right, that's right. The whoa meme. Yes, yes. Definitely. It seems like a time traveler took all those samples and just made a song out of them. I mean, there are a lot of people making memes out. When it gets that high, I just can't keep a straight face. There were all those people making remixes of the Crash Whoa back in the day. Well, I say back in the day, like a couple years ago. And little did they know that they were on territory that had already been walked upon by kings. The composers of this game specifically. Oh man, well it was a great... Oh, yes, we made it. We're still in the race somehow. Oh man, good lord. Oh, can I make it? Creep to the finish line? No, not enough. Ah, it's too damn bad. Well, that was lots of fun listening to that complete mayhem of music. I am going to take this opportunity to switch over to the Xbox version and see if that is a little less jank. Maybe I can get a little better at it. So I'm going to toss you back outside for a moment, if you don't mind, and I will rejoin you in a few minutes as I switch over my wires, and hopefully nothing will go drastically wrong. But yes, let's check out one more version of this game. See you guys in 1 second. It's going to be a weird stream, it seems. Let us pretend that we are back in the 1920s playing a futuristic racing game. I have no earthly idea what's going on here. But that's standard. So this particular game, Midway Arcade Treasures 3, has a particular emphasis on driving games, and I'll probably be revisiting it a few times. Oh man, the resolution's a little messed up. I'll try and fix it here. I mean, everything's a little messed up, but you know, what can you do? I guess that'll work. But yes, I just mainly want to have a little look at how this runs and plays. Hopefully, decently well. So the controls are pretty much the same as before. Yes, this is the Alcatraz edition. Okay. It's pretty much a straight arcade port, it looks like, so it just throws you straight into the action here. Let's go beginner again. I mainly just want to see if this plays a little better in regards to overall physics and whatnot, because I was having some problems. Seemingly the only colour that's coming through is red, which is pretty bizarre. It's a very artistic stream that we have going here. Plays a little differently, yeah. Lots of screeching. The sound effects are pretty terrible. Okay, I mean, it's like a beefier version, but with extra screeching on the tyres. I mean, thanks for that. Well, the music's better quality, certainly. Wow. Explosion. Yeah, there it is. I'm sure the graphical issue here has something to do with my computer resetting about 50 times, so God only knows the amount of things that could have gone wrong. But yeah, I don't mind this. It's a little twitchy compared to the N64 version. So this, but holy shit, I'm still just as bad at it though. This port of the arcade game was based on the PC port, I believe. So essentially it's a port of a port of a port. That's how these things often go. Good lord. Man, this is a little rough. I can see why some of the reviews question the logic in the sound effects and whatnot. I have no idea what's happening. Yes, again, very sorry about the lack of colour. I have no fucking idea what's happening, but nothing I could think of on the spot fixed it, so just going for a film noir look this time. Alright, alright. And big jump. Oh man, holy shit. Things just breaking down. Alright, alright, alright. Oh boy, whoa. Physics are just strange. It feels like they've got, you know, kind of strange logic to them. Everything's so twitchy. It's like playing the early Ridge Racers. Whereas the N64 version pretty much just played like, you know, cruising. Just played standard midway physics. Yeah, I do prefer the N64 version so far. Although I suck balls at it, but I mean, it's a little more fun to play than this. But I wanted to try it out. No point not trying it out. Oh my goodness me. Well, that's that. And man. 5th place. That's about standard what I was doing on the N64 version, so no big change there.
What's your name?
So I have a slightly different version of What's Your Name here. still pretty janky. Start. What? Like that. That's cool. What a fucking mess. Alright, so that's about as much as I'll show of the Xbox version. It's not great. It plays a bit rough. It looks nice, I think. From what I can see. I can't see everything. I'm lacking in certain colours, certainly. But yeah, stick with the N64 version for this one. And I don't know, get good, or don't play it, or play the arcade version. I don't know. To be honest, this is like, as I was saying earlier, this is the worst I've performed at any game so far. The closest I got to a first place was 3rd. And that is pretty bad. But hey, it's okay. Right, let's fucking finish up now. This fucking this thing has gone off the rails. Let's go to the hall and talk about what's coming up next week. Yeah, definitely more colourful. That is for damn sure. Holy shit. There's even a little FMV here. Maybe we could watch this. Oh no, it's just the girl whipping her hair. That's all. Oh well. But yeah, that's as much as I'll play of it today. But it's a pretty cool game. I think I'd like to play the arcade version one day, maybe, if I can get some kind of hardware configuration, like I was talking about. Something like that together, where I won't be taxing my PC too much. And maybe see if that plays a little better. Give it some proper analog control and all that. But yeah, cool game. Just a bit hard, I guess. I don't know, as I said, I don't know how much of it is me sucking, how much of it is the game itself. Pretty hard game. One of the hardest I've had so far. And yeah, anyway, that is enough. That is enough of this. Let's go to the hall and discuss what's coming up. And hopefully we can do that much without my PC crashing one more time. Hello, hello, hello. Right, so here we are again. My mouth is once again not moving because this bug seems to happen whenever I transition out of a scene in OBS. I noticed it happened early this time. Simply going to the Xbox seemed to trigger it. So hopefully I'm getting to grips with what the actual problem is, and by next week I'll have a nice moving mouth for you all at this final scene. Indeed, quite goofy. But yes, thank you all for joining me nonetheless. Sorry it's been a bit short and a bit scuffed, but hey, we at least looked at the game, we had a little bit of fun watching our fucking exploding car. So, let's talk about what I'm doing next week. An E3-less week, thankfully, I think. Everything should be done by then. So, but, I have an important announcement to make first. You're very welcome, Lapis, and Never Gonna Give You Up, Shady, and Callie, and everybody that joined. It's been great seeing you all. You're very, very welcome, as you always are. And let's talk about what's coming up. There's a little something different coming up next week. A little something on Wednesday. For the first time ever, I am playing a game on Wednesday. And it is a concept I'm introducing called Weird Arcade Wednesdays. Wow. And I'll be playing Radical Bikers, which is a game where you deliver pizza. An old arcade game that is pretty cool. It's similar to Crazy Taxi. You have to follow an arrow and make deliveries. It is indeed radical with a K, which means that it is extra radical, just like Mortal Kombat with a K. And that is what we're doing Wednesday. Hopefully I'll be able to do Wednesday from this point on, but I'll try it out for a little while, see how it feels, and we'll see where we go from there. But that's not all, of course. We have our regular block, and that is this. Let's move that up a little bit. What? Our block consists of Rave Racer on Friday, which is a Ridge Racer update, believe it or not. This was something that arcades sold back in the day, where you could upgrade your Ridge Racer 1 or 2 cabinet with this new update called Rave Racer, which includes a bunch of new music and a bunch of remix tracks and just kind of a combination of all the different stuff, and a new engine, of course, that is quite a bit better from the other games, if I recall correctly. So it basically plays a bit more like R4, a bit more like later Ridge Racers. Has much better physics than the first two, which is why I'm playing it, because I think I can do quite well at it, because the physics are my main issue with those early games. So we're going to check that out. And on Saturday, we have the legendary Sega Rally Championship, which we will be playing. It has rave music and strobe lighting and things of that nature. So I think you'll get a rave fix from it. Game over, yeah! Exactly. We are playing the source of that excellent track. So more great music is in store for us on Saturday. And on Sunday, it is Turbo Outrun, the first ever Outrun sequel. That is really more of a racing game than a driving game, where you have to actually race a rival the whole time and do what you can there. Should be interesting to look at. I've never really played it, to my knowledge, so I should have a fun time, hopefully. It's not one that's really been re-released either. It's kind of a forgotten sequel. So we'll have a look and see how it fares. So it's a 4-day schedule next week. I'll be posting things up on the Twitter as I normally do, probably tomorrow, and have everything in a nice, neat graphic. But until then, thank you guys for joining me. It's been great seeing you. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Let us see here. So, I'm thinking that it'll be a fun time looking at this shit, and I'm hoping that there'll be less technological issues next week. We can only hope. I mean, hopefully the weather will calm down a bit. But yes, thank you guys, and I will see you there. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you again very soon. Farewell.